Alrighty, Chris. And of course, when I do get to post on Facebook again next week, maybe I'll put this on my timeline again for everybody. Hopefully this is in the camera. I'll find out after, I'll check it out. Alright, so we're going to do the 7 scale blocks. Yes, they have a modal name. If you start with that block's first note and play to that same note again, that becomes, like in here, E. We'll do E because, you know, your first scale block is the lowest point on the fretboard. Now that's not necessarily called the Ionian block. Your Do Re Mi is called Ionian. That's only Ionian if I go. You know, it's got that pure major scale sound. What I did was take the scale and learn all the ways to play it, like I just did here. That's not all of them. What? I should put my guitar over here. You know, so you can do that too when you learn these blocks. You know what I mean? So also here, your pentatonic that you would use there would be so that's C sharp natural minor if you were doing the pentatonic. But we're giving it the E major flavors, which means I'm going to lean towards the notes that harmonize. So if you were to if you wanted to play C sharp minor pentatonic, you could also do it here. You know, so you can do C sharp minor pentatonic also with the major, but we're trying to give you the block so you can get those other notes. And of course I did a lot of things with each one of these blocks. Now of course if you're going to do that in G, then your first position would start at the G, as you know these things kinda, and you would use that same shape. But over here with the like we'll bar here, but in the E it's the open string. But over here it'll be the same thing with A. If you're doing Ionian, it would be starting with the A, and it would be that same shape moved up 2 frets. So anyways, second block of E major would be F sharp. You'd start here, and the shape is I think there was in that, I can't remember, you had a riff there a while back, they did it up here. No, that was actually F sharp Phrygian, never mind. So this is Dorian. If you went F sharp to F sharp, it'd be Dorian. But again, you learn that everywhere it is. All you're doing is playing this key of E major, starting with the F sharp note and going to the F sharp note. So you can use part of the F sharp minor pentatonic if you were playing there, but if you were playing to a track and it had to be Dorian because the F sharp minor full scale wouldn't fit, it might be Dorian, depends on what all the chords are in the track. F-sharp natural minors, that one note difference does not fit. That's why you'll find yourself playing some notes. If you do pentatonic, you're safe. But if you try playing other notes, that you miss that one. That note right there. That one note throw totally doesn't fit if you were trying to play F-sharp Dorian. It's now how I can rip it up in the Dorian all over the fretboard in F-sharp or any key for that matter, because I know all the E major scale blocks, and I just go through those E major scale blocks, but I play the notes to kind of emphasize harmonizing to that F-sharp. That'd be a chord progression that the Dorian would work well in. And you can use the F-sharp minor pentatonic because actually, in all honesty, the pentatonic of F-sharp, those notes are also in the E major scale. You know, an A is it? So an F-sharp minor pentatonic would work to that even in the Dorian flavor. Alright, so the next one up would be G sharp, and if you went from G sharp to the G sharp playing the E major notes, that'd be a G sharp Phrygian. Similar to the F sharp here, but you can't get away with doing the G sharp minor pentatonic. Because maybe you can. You could. You could use that G sharp minor pentatonic to that Phrygian. You see what I'm doing here, that Phrygian, the notes of the E major scale. If I took that Phrygian and then I started at the E note of that Phrygian and went up from there to the E, but if I play the same notes and it, you know, it started at the G sharp note. This is how I end up creating a lot of my grooves, rhythm grooves. So that's your third block of E major. And then the next one that's got a super major flavor to it is your A Lydian. That's your 4 chord of E major. Pretty major flavor. So you got, it's the shape is So that's your A Lydian. And I also take all these blocks, or I used to, and I would do them in count. So there's tons of cool stuff in there. Then your B Mixolydian, that's your 5 chord of E. These are the B Mixolydian is from the E major key. You're just starting with your B note. So if I went up that scale starting at the E note, look here. What's that? There's your root scale right in the middle of it. You know, you hear it more if I emphasize them notes. And then, of course, your C natural minor, which you have down pat. So you could actually be playing, you know, out of the F sharp minor kind of thing, G sharp minor or minor 7. It depends on what the total chord progression is to a groove. If the groove just focuses on, say, let's see, I used to do that you know, those 2 chords, you know, I could play the F sharp Dorian scale over everywhere. Whatever. It depends. So then your last one is E flat or D sharp low crane. It's just. So that's it, and then back to E. But you want to get these down so you can run, you know, and then of course you know your pentatonic. So you get those 2 things going. I know you got your minor pentatonic down pretty good. Probably more so in the keys of the certain tracks that you play to a gazillion times. But, and I used to sit with these, but you want to be able to take, say, that C sharp minor and be able to do it anywhere. And be able to do it without having to be on the C sharp note. And be able to use it in a major flavor. You know, you got your C sharp that way, but what about to the E? Whatever, you know. And then practice them doing these things. Just to get the blocks under your belt really good. hurting. Ah, shit. That kind of stuff. Oh my God. Whatever, you know? Try to keep it in a 20-minute span. But you get them blocks down, and then if whatever, you could have all kinds of different progressions. It's a cool, simple groove. But see how when I went to the A, I'm keeping that other lick I'm doing in there in E major. It's not a... that's not the key. If I was doing that progression, you gotta go... And that's A Lydian. Which is from E major. Everything I'm doing there is out of the pure E major key. There's no changes. Everything I'm doing. Everything, all that. So all the little recurring just all pure E major. So when I would sit down and get creative, I would pick a key, but I'd stay right in that key. I wouldn't change. I wouldn't do chords. That everything I would do, I would milk the piss out of that E major key with all kinds of shit. I'd get into these things, you know, whatever. See when I did this? I'm keeping it all in E major. I'm not making other shit up. It's all E major. I'm milking all kinds of different things with it. Whatever. Whatever. I know it's a nasty distortion, but so what? I would sit and just milk the piss out of E major.